It's 2026, and there's a shortage of many things in the world, but there will never be a shortage of dumb Americans. There's an infinite amount of videos on the internet that display Americans doing the diabolical. Now, it's not all Americans, obviously, but it's enough to where it's a problem, like this, for instance. You know, you could just read the label on the bottle, right? Labels aren't forbidden. You can just read the label on the bottle. How do you know you're buying a variant of an item in general? You read the item. We have labels in the United States. That's not a foreign concept. Is reading labels forbidden in the USA? See, although our education system is not the best, it's not forbidden. We just choose to not read labels for some reason. Maybe don't grab the one that says sparkling is a good start, right? That's what I'm saying. How about grab the bottle that says still water? There's labels on there. And for the people who are about to hop in the comment section from the United States, they're like, well, James, I can't read the language. There's a beautiful thing on your phone called the Google Translator app. You can use it to translate any language on any label, anything that is within your phone's camera view to English or any other desired language. We are living life on easy mode right now. Just use the resources you have at your fingertips. I hate still water. Now, I don't hate still water. I do prefer sparkling water though. They're both good. I love water. My favorite drink in the entire world is water. Can't get enough of it. The funny thing is, you don't need to buy still bottled water because it comes from the tap. As I've mentioned in many videos, Americans are not familiar with the ability to drink out of the tap, right? In Europe specifically, because in the United States, all of our tap water is basically poisonous and we try to avoid it like the plague, and we assume that all the tap water globally is poisonous. So we try to avoid that like the plague as well. That's where I have to go buy still water from the store comes from. A lot of Americans are on edge when it comes to drinking out of tap water, period, actually. They hear tap water and they shiver in their timbers. You're in Finland, just drink tap. There's a reason people say Finland has the best tap water. Everybody watching this video, specifically everybody from Europe watching this video, is this true? Does Finland have the best tap water out of all of the countries in Europe?
The most humbling thing is when you're in Europe and somebody just speaks to you in English, like before you even reveal that you're American in any way. They just look at you and read you down and they know. Like, how did you know?
I'll ask the question again to you all watching this video. How do you guys know that we're American before we even open our mouths? The comment section had a lot to say about this. I love when Americans say, I'm in Europe, because Greece, Poland, and Norway are literally the same place. Ha ha ha, very funny. Yes, listen, again, I've had to say this a million times, but you guys get it, so it's a tongue-in-cheek thing. But yes, to all of us Americans, we feel like there are some similarities through every European country that just don't exist in the United States. Each European country is totally different than the next one, but there are some striking similarities that all of them have that the United States just does not have. I don't think you want to know how we know. No, please, don't hold back. How do you guys know we're American when you see us? I know I can tell you guys how you'll know I'm American when you see me. I have this stupid headband on. Cup, walking, saying Europe instead of the name of the country, and being very loud. Very true, very true. It's like people traveling to the United States and saying I traveled to North America, which would not technically be wrong. Yes, I get it. That's a very good observation. The cup and the walking is very valid, obviously. I didn't realize we walk with cups in our hands, but that is a very American thing. Walking around with the cup in hand, how we walk very fast. We are walking like we're about to miss our flight 24/7. It's got to be stressful for everybody else in the nearby vicinity, right? It's insane. Best guess is they heard you coming a mile away. That or you were walking around with a large coffee cup. I'm leaning more towards the coffee cup, and probably the fact that they heard you before they saw you. I've heard that one many times. You guys let me know in the comments down below how you're able to spot us Americans before you see us, or how you're able to tell we're American without opening our mouths at all. Populate that comment section, because I've seen a lot of what you guys have said in the past, but there's always new things that I've never even considered before that you guys like clock. For me, a while back, which was new to me at the time, I did not know there was this thing called the American lean. Like, what are you talking about, the American lean? We lean a certain way now? Yeah, didn't know that was a thing. Someone called it out, and then I started noticing like, oh yeah, I do that. Everything is just a bit less subtle, a bit more explicit. Hair less subtle, makeup more explicit, clothes a bit more taggy. Haha. Well, damn, you didn't have to go in on her like that. That's insane. Wearing leggings as pants, water bottles or coffee to go, styled hair, often curls, a lot of foundation, baseball caps and cargo sweats, shorts, and those sportive sunglasses for males. Hey, baseball caps is facts though. I don't think I've ever seen any other nationality wear baseball caps as much as us Americans, okay? I love me a good baseball cap. I know the locals were pissed. Why are they always so loud? Because we're happy. We just want to express our happiness. They seriously think European cities are a theme park or something. I mean, compared to the United States, absolutely. Oh my gosh, have you seen what our cities look like? Now, our major cities, yes, our major cities do look like theme parks, but if you look at the average American city and compare it to the average European city,
Jesus Christ.
it's a wonder why we're so obsessed with European cities. Can't blame us for being fascinated. How did you know I was American? This is probably the most "how did you know I was American video I've ever seen. Ever. Like literally ever. There was the video of the Americans huddled in a group shouting USA, USA in Italy, right? And this is more telling that they're American than that. In the middle of the night, or at least nighttime. I don't know if it's the middle of the night. It looks like it's just straight up nighttime. Shouting in the streets. Mamma mia. I know some people were probably annoyed, right? We already went over the whole Americans are loud and da-da-da, and then you got the Sopranos over here screaming at the top of their lungs, which probably during the day wouldn't be that crazy, but still kind of wild, especially in a foreign country. Like, bro, like, what are you doing? I'm pretty sure people don't want to hear that, but maybe they did. Maybe it, brought music to people's ears. Maybe the people who were sleeping were able to sleep soundly at night because of the beautiful tones and pitches that were hit by this lovely array of women. You let me know if that tracks in the comments down below. But also what doesn't track is we don't have as many subscribers as Mr. Beast. But you guys can help by taking your finger and subscribing, liking that video if you like what you've seen so far. I know it's a bit of a headache. Trust me, I have a headache myself, but good gosh, there is more where that came from. Imagine being a local and trying to sleep. Oh no, no one in that neighborhood got any sleep. If you were located in that area when this transpired, you're not getting sleep because they were probably drunk and vibing and singing through the streets. I'm surprised people weren't throwing objects at them because I've seen videos of that before. The fact that 90% of Greeks haven't even watched Mamma Mia is so funny. Funnily enough, for the people who are watching this video, how many of you guys have seen the play Grease or the movie that was made, the musical Grease? Because apparently a lot of Europeans haven't seen it. A lot of people that live in Greece, the Greek locals, have not seen it. They 100% think everyone's having fun with them watching them and wonder. Yeah, for sure, that's how they felt. But the people walking by were probably wondering when these group of girls were gonna shut the fuck.
When your nose is like right there. Tony will do like
like their last breath.
Now, we've covered our fair share of obnoxious Americans, but on the flip side, I will say this. As I've traveled, I'm currently living in South Korea myself. Whenever you encounter other Americans anywhere that's outside of the United States, this is like a silent, ironically, right? A silent handshake amongst Americans. We hear another American and we're like, wow, I want to be your friend. You're loud and obnoxious. I'm loud and obnoxious. I can understand you. You can understand me. I don't know how you made it out here, and I know you don't know how I made it out here. Let's be friends and talk about our experiences out here. All things aside, well, the entirety of the train car that you're packed in, or the locals that you're walking by outside are absolutely annoyed by your noise levels, we're like, you know what? Let's become friends. That's happened so many times. I can't even count. Why is the search Americans are friendly? Dang, y'all, we aren't that bad. We're hot and cold. A lot of times we can be very rude, but we also can be pretty friendly. I mean, you guys let me know in the comments down below. Generally speaking, is the consensus that Americans are friendly or rude? You guys let me know based on your experiences with us in the comments down below. Commenting to confirm that Americans love to make friends and they would have likely hugged you and invited you to dinner. I do think that ironically, with the fake friend culture of the United States, where people ask you how your day was and people are like, oh yo, let's be friends, and then they ghost each other and stuff like that. Americans abroad are an entirely different breed for the most part. A lot more open-minded. Like if Americans befriend each other or anybody outside outside of the United States and they're actually living abroad and whatnot, those relationships are more likely to be genuine than relationships in the States. There is a strong sense of individualism in the United States, whatever, yada yada. But in a location that is essentially foreign to a lot of Americans, we gravitate to familiarity. I don't think you understand how much Americans love meeting people. Just say hi. We're obviously very outgoing. That is one of our golden traits, apparently. If there is an icebreaker out there in the world in the form of a person, it is going to be an American. So there's an American here. He makes content about traveling through Europe and stuff and his own personal experiences. And I stumbled across this video because I thought it was going to be very informative. But no, he was just recording random women on the train minding their business, and they were not aware that they were being filmed. So I decided to include this in the video as a PSA to all Americans traveling, to say, dude, don't do that. That's fucking creepy. Obviously, you wouldn't want something like that happening to your mother, daughter, whatever. Don't do that to random strangers. I mean, am I wrong? This is actually weird. He even goes back and refilms some of the people that he was on the train with that had no idea they were being recorded. This gooner is absolutely diabolical. What the fuck was that video? I included that in this video because this makes every single American man look absolutely horrible. What the fuck are you doing? I thought this dude was recording leg space or the space of the train car or something at first. He's just straight up recording women for no reason. What the fuck's wrong with you? Apparently that first comment agreed with me. What does the next one say? Yeah, bad call, boyo. What are you doing? What's going up there in that noggin, dog? This isn't the US. We usually don't like being filmed over here, especially on the sly like that. This looks like what those creeps do all over the world where they secretly film and sell the videos to sites for people to goon to. What are you doing? And he's made some good videos like describing what his experiences are out in wherever the fuck he's at. And then this? What the fuck? That wasn't strange to you guys? That wasn't strange? That wasn't a little strange? He's secretly recording women by themselves. That's crazy. Keeping an eye on you. Yo, assign a federal agent to this man, because it needs to be on like a watch list or something. Crazy thing is, this was recorded in 2025. So it only gets worse from here. This is not normal behavior, at least in Europe. See, Europe has privacy laws out the wazoo. America does not. Apparently, if you're in public and stuff, everything's fair game. Don't need to ask for consent to film. You just film people. I mean, the people who were in the video didn't even realize they were part of a video until they probably scrolled on their feed and they're like, yo, is that me? What the heck? Or maybe somebody let them know, like an anonymous tip. They're like, hey, is this you in a video? This guy that was sitting next to you was recording you the whole time. What blows my mind is this idiot didn't think to take the video down after he uploaded it. I don't know. This just seems incredibly creepy. Like, he could have made a video talking about it or whatever and not showed, like, you know, random strangers that he didn't get consent from to film, put in this creepy video, but this seems like stalker footage. In Europe, it's not allowed to film people without their permission. That is rude and illegal. Yes, you should have asked before you filmed, especially since you made them the subject of the video. That's the most important part. So I did notice that in, like, you know, different European countries, they have different filming laws and whatnot, but generally speaking, and correct me if I'm wrong, as long as you're filming in public, for the most part, you're okay. And as long as your intent was not to film an individual without their consent, you should be fine. And that's what I thought he was doing initially, but he's clearly filming women. They didn't know they were being filmed. We're gonna have to take a look at the comments because what the don't worry, in many European countries, Starbucks are specifically for tourists. As expected. I was tracking that. I tried to use my app in Germany for stars and they really said we don't do that here. Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, Starbucks is not like a major chain throughout Europe. I mean, yes, if there was one popular coffee chain from the United States that throughout any European country, I guess you could name Starbucks as one of them, but they're not going to be the most popular in the European countries. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be whatever the coffee companies are in each country. It's not real coffee. Also the way we make our coffee in the United States is diabolical compared to what it's like actually throughout Europe. I mean, we love sugar and milk.
One as an American living in Italy, I learned they have a totally different system of getting your fruits and veggies, which begins with putting on a plastic glove. Step 2 is securing the bag, which we actually do in America. I actually love that you have to wear a glove, considering every time I go to the men's restroom, I see a man walk out without washing his hands. This actually protects everybody from viruses and illness. You do have to remember the number of fruit or vegetable that you take. When you get to the scale, it automatically weighs it and you just type in the number and it prints out a label like that. You slap it right on the bag and you're good to go.
And that's how you get vegetables and fruit.
It's pretty cool. It's similar to a system we have in the United States as well, except we don't use the glovies to touch produce. We just use our grubby little grippers to grab the produce off the shelves and put it in a plastic bag. Also, as far as the labels go, some stores have them. They're more upscale stores that have the labels that you put on to scan before you go through self-checkout or whatever. But most places don't have that throughout the United States. I can say every spot in the United States has the scale that you weigh your vegetables on, so that's actually pretty cool. And I would add that plastic bag is biodegradable, not something that exists in the United States. I'm just kidding. We have some biodegradable plastic bags, but in the major chains like Walmart and such, I'm pretty sure those bags are not biodegradable, my guy. As an Italian, I hate this. One plastic glove wasted after literally 1 minute for what? Hygiene? We all wash vegetables at home. We all touch dirty shopping carts, food, and money without gloves. I keep my glove and reuse it when I dye my hair. You reuse that glove? Like you wash that plastic glove? It doesn't break or anything? Like how durable is that plastic glove? I do see what the point is here because it is kind of wasteful to use a plastic glove and yada, yada, yada. But I do also understand that it's more sanitary to do it this way because I guess I never thought about people touching all over the fruits and stuff like that. But I also wash my fruits when I come home, you know what I mean? So I can kind of see where the frustration is. If only America was this smart. We're fighting like 11 million battles in the United States right now. It is wicked work. I feel like this is one of the last things we're concerned about. I just use the bag as a glove, and when I pick up what I want, just pull it over and it's in the bag. More sanitary than a glove because I use multiple bags and I'm not cross-contaminating everything. I'm glad I read this because that's actually very smart. I should do the same thing when I go grocery shopping from now on because I didn't even think of that. That's smart. See, that's why I love y'all. I like the cleanliness, but it's just more plastic waste to have everyone getting gloves. Biodegradable gloves. So when you're done, you can dispose of them and they will mesh with the environment. What do you guys think? Do you think the biodegradable bags is a good thing or a bad thing? Do you think the glove method of collecting the produce in stores throughout Italy is a good thing or a bad thing? You let me know why or why not in the comments down below.
You know what I love about England? This is part 2, by the way. I'm standing in a big, tall field with grass up to my neck nearly. And I'm wearing these goofy looking shoes, but that's because I don't have to worry about insects. I don't have to worry about mosquitoes. I ain't got to worry about snakes. And that's just one of the benefits of being here in England. And also, you might have noticed I have something in my hand. If you know what it is, you know what it is. But hey, we ain't got no law against that here. You can walk outside your door, walk down the street, and it's okay, just be careful. What other things are great about England that we can't do in America?
That's pretty interesting because that's something that I saw was a common denominator with like Germany and whatnot, being able to walk around with a burr in hand, you know what I'm saying? And also with the sandals thing, I know he's walking through a field with his sandals on and, you know, he legs out through tall grassy fields and whatnot, but I'm pretty sure, yes, there's no mosquitoes or snakes or anything, but I'm pretty sure ticks exist, maybe just in like a foresty area, but I'm not sure if ticks exist in grass, but I would imagine so. So I'd be careful. There's other creatures that could be in that grass line, so I would just say be very careful when walking around like that. But I don't know, I've never been to England. You guys let me know in the comments down below. Are there things you have to worry about while walking through tall grass, or is it completely desolate and you don't have to worry about anything? Or maybe it's something in between. Don't forget that you're walking freely and safely across farmland due to our right to roam laws. That's actually really cool. I did not know that. You can jaywalk without getting arrested. I thought the jaywalking law in America was so dumb. Hear me out. I do think that if you do get hit by a car because you weren't using the designated crosswalk, that should be on the person who got hit, not the person who hit the individual. So what I'm saying is if you cross the street and you didn't use a crosswalk and a car happens to hit you, then the driver should not be at fault at all because there was clearly a crosswalk there that you could have used, but you decided to run across the street. If that's a risk you're willing to take and accept, cool. That should be the silent handshake. But yeah, jaywalking being an arrestable offense, there's plenty of other things you can arrest people for. I mean, like the files that came out. Fun fact, we have loads of snakes, but we keep them together in Westminster and call them politicians. Enjoy your stay. The countryside is beautiful. Same, except ours don't reside in Westminster. We have snakes too. And they are also in our grass and backyards and everything else. So we kind of just have snakes everywhere. We're cooked. We're cooked. Be careful of the stinging nettles, mate. They will mess you up. Stinging nettles? What are stinging nettles? Oh, according to this, it says stinging nettle is a nutritious plant popular in Western herbal medicine and may reduce inflammation, hay fever symptoms, blood pressure, and blood sugar. What happens if you are stung by stinging nettles? Each hair is like a hollow needle filled with formic acid, the same chemical in ant saliva that causes pain in humans when bitten. This acid can redden the skin and cause a non-spreading rash that can last up to 24 hours. Remedies for this sting include a plant that often grows next to it called jewelweed. Watch those ticks though, mate. They'll Lyme disease your shit up. And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier. I'm pretty sure there's ticks out there in England, man. So take care of yourself. Let me know what you guys think, man. This was a fun little dumb video that I decided to put together. Let me know how you feel about that. If you have not subscribed already, please do. And if you guys have not checked us out on twitch.tv/JamesBreaking, link to that will be in the description down below.